effect of technology replacement have a two effect. The number one effect is negative, have 2 points, the cost to get the technology, and number two, need a training to use advanced technology. And second, positive effect have 5 points. Number one is increase of production, number two, provide a good production quality, and number three, high quality, number four, increase profit, and number five is less using of the labor. The negative effect, number one is the cost to get a technology. To get a sophistication technology, entrepreneur have to get a technology by buying abroad a very highest price to help industry. Number two, a need training to use advanced technology. The existing of the new technology provides a new experience for some industry to use, and may requirement training as well as way to get everyone in the industry and understanding of the use of the technology. Positive effect. Number one is increase of production. With the replacement of technology, firm will be able to increase the productivity of goods and service more than using old technology. That is lagging behind in the term of total production of goods. Number two is provide a good production quality. The replacement of technology will improve the quality of good production by a new technology, because advanced technology is faster and more doubt in the production and product compared to the old technology. Number three is highest quality. Technology that has been replaced by the old is of the high quality in production of goods and also increase of production in firm. In addition, the technology found is a very giving and very positive effect. Number four is increased profit. This replacement technology also giving a firm a double profit due to far greater productivity than the old technology. This is because the new technology is able to increase production and at the same time provide return that lead to profit to the firm. Thus, as brand will be increased, not too many. And last but not least is less of the labor. With the replacement of technology, a firm or company will be able to save a cost to pay employees. Will the existing of a new technology, a firm and companies will reduce a labor recruitment and replace with a more advanced technology, or replace the old technology with a new technology due in increase the quality and volume of production. Increase can be a produce compared to the using the old technology and the using of the labor.
Individual and market demand. Individual requires price comparison, community income, consumer testing, quality, total population, and forages of the feature. Market demand, the total number of individual demand curve in a particular market. There are two basic types of demand, namely individual and market. It can also be said to be a household. If you can look at the curve, we can see three lines, where blue line is individual 1, red line is individual 2. When we plus individual 1 and individual 2, we can get green line, and the green line is market demand. Consumer interacts with sellers through social media, mobile devices, apps, smartphone, network, equipment, and more. Shopping online, 13% of budget has been estimated at around 40% by 227 years. Look at the figure 1.1. In 2013, there will be a severe decline in the history of Malaysia. There is a following announcement, Movement Control Order or MCO, but after a year later, there was a snap increase of the MCO. The market provided the total quantity demand by all customers. In other words, it represents the aggregate of all individual requests. Technology technology replacement affects individual and market demand. When there is an increase in technology, then production will increase and produce more goods and goods will become cheaper. This will increase the demand for the goods product. Technological change also affects the demand of different products. In electronic, technological advances are constantly changing the landscape with the introduction of new products. As manufacturing continue their effort to increase productivity and efficiency through technological advance, the demand and supply of products also change according to customers' tastes and preference. The impact of digitalization on the market demand. We have two positive and negative. Positive impact is the internet drives high business value, guarantees propriety of use data, revolutionize the experience for user and organization, limited spending costs. Online shopping reduce transportation costs like mobility. Marketing of a good by using the facility of fast post markets such as Tron, T&T, Express, Laju, and Ninja. Technological change to market demand are related to corporate competitiveness. A company ability to product goods and service with a price-quality ratio currents could provide will achieving customer preference over competitors. For example, McDonald's sales service is now on upgrade. Formerly, McDonald's only had drive-through and price order over the counter. Now, McDonald's is using technology replacement by providing machines to make it easy for customers to place orders such as voice machine and food applications such as Max delivery to place order. After placing an order, the customer simply has to pay at the counter or credit cards or using online banking and wait for the food be ready to pick up or delivery at home. In negative, a poor consumer find it difficult to have technology facilities. Unemployment in on the rise. Many workers were laid off for lack of technology user skill. Recurrent training costs for some use of technology using sophisticated and difficult websites.
Digitalization advancements are expected to change the employment landscape and future of work. Digitalization effort and technology adoption will eventually allow labor market players to progressively move toward automation and digitalization to meet the future of work. The current pandemic crisis, which is far from being over, has led to a significant paradigm shift in economy. In a turbulent environment in which the labor market has encountered a long series of change generated by the processes of automation, robotization, and digitalization, the pandemic has revealed that a workforce with digital skill can quickly adjust to new circumstances. Since novel issues such as restriction on internal movement and distorted supply chains put major stress on the labor market, it seems that there is an urgent need for reshaping economic and following up-to-date technological trends. Moreover, prior to the COVID-19 pandemic, a significant number of scholars and policymakers expressed their concern about the volatility of employment and the weak ability of labor to adapt to new type of jobs. The impact of digitalization on the labor market can be also examined in terms of recruitment. The recruitment and selection method will be much more advanced as there are already sophisticated digital tools for screening and testing applicants for team building and performance feedback. This kind of platform used in the virtual environment can significantly reduce costs for small business that need specialized help, for example for accounting or marketing assistance when launching a product. Second, the impact in digitalization is contribute to change in the structure of the labor market and in the formulation of a growing demand for information technologies. There is a positive relationship between the level of computer and internet use by employees in organization and the percentage of part-time employees. One should consider that in the last decade, alongside automation, the internet and digital skills have become increasingly important, while the correlation between higher salaries and digital skill has become more apparent. It is obvious that in this context, high internet coverage is mandatory for enabling working from home. The third point is digitalization impact the demand for various soft skills such as teamwork, communication skill, and problem-solving skill. According to World Economic Forum report, a serious problem arises in this context. We will pay for employee retraining and how soft skill will be developed in terms of critical thinking and analysis, problem solving, active learning, resilience, stress tolerance, and flexibility. Uh, the the fourth point is another issues connected with the impact of digitalization on the labor market relate to the disappearance of different jobs. There is a difference between the reduction of working time for a specific jobs and the total disappearance of a well-established traditional job. Human driver, warehouse, operative, retail worker, journalist, and many other. It comes down to redundancy and the availability of machine to replicate this activity. It might be easier and cheaper to hire machine instead of human, but it's not always as easy as it looks.
Okay, now we will go through for the firm competitiveness. Digital technology boosts in terms of application provisioning, increased productivity, efficiency, and other good things, the result of the use of technology. Competitiveness is the ability of a firm to produce goods and services that successfully match the market needs. A firm's competitiveness depends on its ability to innovate and upgrade, to adapt quickly to market changes, and to improve quality by expanding its market share at the expense of less efficient firms. Competitiveness is also used to evaluate the economic performance of cities, regions, and countries. Okay, now we go to the impact of technology replacement on a firm competitiveness. We take digital entrepreneurship during COVID-19 as our approach. As we know, during COVID-19, many firms are unable to operate physically. So the companies owner have led their companies to digitize at least some part of their business to protect employees and serve customer facing mobility restrictions. Okay, we take Kedai Mama in Selangor as our example, which they have used waiter robots to deliver the menu to their customers. In the past, these restaurants just used labor to do those jobs, but now it replaced with the digital technology. With this digital technology, the firms will be able to increase efficiency and productivity. Besides, the firms will be able reducing the operation cost like labor, because labor is unused and has been replaced with the digital technology. So the competitiveness of company will increase. And now we go to the part for market structure for our example, which is restaurant. Basically, there are four market structure, which is pure competition, monopolistic, oligopoly, and monopoly. Restaurant is the example for monopolistic market structure. Monopolistic competition is a model characterized by many firms. producing similar but differentiated product in a market with easy entry and exit. Restaurants compete in monopolistically competitive markets. On the competitive side, there are many firms and relatively easy entry and exit.
Digitalization on economy. The first is digitalization, the use of digital technology to make new business model and creating a new value producing opportunity and revenue. The second is economy. Uh, Economy is the social science that studies the distribution, consumption of goods and service and also production. The digitalization will making economy flourish with a new job and business, and it also will rise country economies. The impact of digitalization on economy. There are three impacts. Uh, the first one is boosting economy activity. The mass use of digital technology will accelerate economic growth and facilities job creating. The second one is reducing unemployment. That's technological improvement will create a new job opportunity to society. This indirectly reduce unemployment rate in the country. This last one is improving quality of the life. The digitalization will making life easier and better because of high risky and complex job will be done by the robot.
In my opinion, artificial intelligence has a significant influence in shaping consumer behavior, which should not be overlooked. It is a strong tool that empowers customers to make smarter decisions. The efficiency and flexibility that technology like artificial intelligence bring to the table drive digital marketing. Artificial intelligence will undoubtedly have a significant impact on consumer behavior since firms that use AI are able to promote their product and service more effectively than those who do not. Because consumers are looking for convenience, they are more likely to choose such product. The criteria of the market structure still relevant to the new era of digitalization because this inevitably lead to monopolization of market. The better the product, the more data can be collected.
Consumer behavior is the practice of understanding and analyzing individuals, group, or organization and all the activities associated with their purchasing. And digital market refers to online marketing and internet marketing. We can see that consumer behavior has changed from traditional shopping into the digital market. This is because with the digital market, every customers get complete information related to every product such as online reviews, where they can rely on other customers' opinion. Customers also can make comparison in terms of quality and price and place order at any time according to their preferences. With those consumer behavior, it can change the market structure, where the market power of local supplier is reduced. Market power of a local supplier is diminished due to the digitalization that has potential for the customer to search for similar product at a lower cost with a better quality. So, in my opinion, the market structure is still relevant to the new era due to the technological digital that can cause increased competitiveness between companies. So the firm still has freedom to entry or exit the market.
Customer behavior in the digital market and change on the market structure. Customer behavior. Every customer behavior is different. Thus, Digitization simplified transaction. Consumer can choose goods and service according to tester commonly without hassle because they can buy at home without leaving our house. The market structure is still relevant? For me, yeah, it is still relevant because it can increase competitiveness between companies. Firms are still free to enter the access the market. That means they can come in or come out from the market business.
Consumer behavior and change in the market structure in the digital market. Consumer behavior. Consumer behavior will be totally different. This is because the digitalization making the buying and the selling thing easier. In an example, buying pattern. Before the digitalization coming, people would not get everything on the credit. But when the digital market come, it changed that. Change on the market structure. In the digital market, it has extremely strong economic scale and scope. This is because we have low marginal cost and return in data. It also has a strong network facility. Market structure criteria still relevant. It's still relevant because it have a number and size of firm to which information can flow freely and type of good and service being traded.